What's going on, guys? You know who it is. DJ Den with my boy Pick'em Nick'em back for week 13. Oh my God, we are getting to the end and I don't like it, but it's okay. More sports are coming, but for now, week 13. All right, this week we're gonna do a more truncated version than normal. We're just gonna go straight into our locks.
Hit you with the
We know
fire.
you guys love the locks, so we figured forget the rest of that fodder and let's go straight into it. All right, right away we got our first lock, our first game of the week. Detroit Lions on the road versus the Bears in Chicago. Pick 'em. What do you like here?
Well, you know, at the end of the day, there's two things that are guaranteed in life. You have a win with a new stadium, and the second is a win after your coach and GM are canned. You want to show the world that it was them, not you. I think the Detroit Lions cover the 3. Is it the 3 spread?
That's pretty good. Yeah, we are always on those intangible type of games and teams. It's something weird.
Throw the stats
right
off the board.
Right off the board right away. I mean, we're looking at Swift. We don't know if he's coming back.
Didn't practice on Thursday.
Correct. Didn't practice. So we know that's probably just going to be the ageless wonder AP, who had a solid game last week, even though they lost. But now they got, we're pretty sure Galladay is coming back. So from there, you have on the flip side, you have the Bears. The Bears, They got Mitch the Bitch Trubisky starting in place of Foles. You know, okay, backdoored with some points against Green Bay last weekend. That was Green Bay. I mean, they were like, we don't care. We could score a million points.
Packers defense, I mean, whatever. They put up 20-something, but Packers D, we know.
Forget about it, right? Forget about it. So that's lock number 1. We got the Detroit Lions +3. No more Matt Patricia. We love this little intangible bet that's going on with this game. Okay, lock number dose. All right.
This is a big one.
We got the Indianapolis Colts -3.5 on the road.
Rivalry.
On the road against the Houston Fullerless Texans.
Yep.
Okay, so what are we liking here?
Yeah, you know what? Colts coming off a heartbreaking loss last week. We know we've seen them all season come off these losses. We think they show who they really are from there. Realistically, it seems like a no-brainer, like the 3.5. Okay, Houston's beat the Patriots and whatever, but you look at their resume all season and, they're
fake good Texas.
Yeah,
it's weird how they come out with some of those wins, right?
It's a rebound win for the Colts, in my opinion.
For sure. I agree, because you're looking at last week, they got pumped by Henry and the Titans on a key matchup, first place in the AFC there, and they're looking at coming back, bouncing back on the road, and that was a tough loss.
Yeah.
So we know the Colts, they got the defense, and they know they're pissed from last week.
Yeah.
Lock number 2, the Colts 3.5.
Like it.
All right, so lock number 3 right away, the prime time Sunday night, Sunday night lights. Denver Mile High Broncos versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs -14. 2 tutties. The Paisans in Vegas are not letting this go right now. What do you think, Paisan?
You know what? It's you look at it with all the targets that Mahomes has had. He's like kind of run under the radar this year. He's had an excellent season, and I feel like we hear about Big Ben. We're hearing about Rodgers. We're hearing about all of the other premier quarterbacks. But kind of like the number one player in the game right now is kind of going like under the radar, which is crazy to think, right?
He's doing so good. It's like you expect that.
Yeah. It's kind of like now we've taken him for granted. But, you see the 14 points and with all the targets and you're like, this is a fucking no-brainer.
Yeah.
This is really a no-brainer. Sure. Like they could put up points, but.
Big butt.
But.
We like big butts.
Breaking news. I like the well-rested Drew Lock to cover. They have let me down all year. I had a call with him last night. He said, Nick, I will not let you down. So we're going with the Broncos to cover 14.
Yes, we are.
A little bit of spice on that one.
A little bit of that. Yeah. Well, I can't put it any better way there. You know, the Paisans want your 14 points. You could take it. Well, you know what? Vafangulo. Right? Minus 14. Okay, we know they can put up the points, but at the end of the day, that primetime game just brings out something in players. Listen, we know the Chiefs will win, but there's just something about Drew Money Lock second half that he's like, you know what? Stick that 14 up your culo, and you know where to go with it, all right? Because at the end of the day, come back and cover that plus 14 Broncos on the road.
Yeah, especially if KC comes out flying in the first, they put up all their points, and then just leave the second half open for Denver to just chip away. That's kind of the way that I see the game playing, but...
Yeah, we like that. That's for sure.
I like that a lot.
All right, we got one bonus right now for you. Okay,
it's a bet guys battle.
Bet guys battle. All right, so we're going back and forth. We don't know what we liked and who we liked. We started to break it down, and then we came to this game, and this game was a big one. We couldn't decide, so we're bringing a little bet guys battle. The Rams on the road -3 versus the Arizona Cardinals. Pick 'em. Who are you picking?
A little mano and mano. I like it. Right now, this division is absolutely rammed. It's crammed.
No pun intended.
You have the Seahawks leading Rams. And then you have the Arizona Cardinals coming off a heartbreaking loss against the Patriots.
They're almost ready for a bet ban again.
Yeah, Cards, we were hot and heavy at the beginning of the year. Bet banned them. They came back. They showed us some love. They came back again on the bet ban. I still got faith. I still have faith. This is a big game that kind of shows where they have to go. Yes, they have to play a couple games in the NFC least. They're playing the Giants and the Eagles or something like that, and then the Rams again at the end of the year. They need to win this game to kind of set the pace for the rest of the year. They're at home. They're paying plus 125 money line straight up. That seems like great value to me. I know the Rams defense is good, but it all comes down to the man, Kyler Murray.
All right, well, on the flip side, I'm obviously going with the other guys, the Rams, -3 paying plus 100. Okay, well, we know Kyler is dangerous, but who else does he have? I personally love DeAndre Hopkins, but he's going up against one of the best corners this weekend, Jalen Ramsey. He shuts him down. Last time, DeAndre had 2 catches for like 20 yards. And then who else do they have? Christian Kirk, he's not bad, pretty solid. Another ageless wonder, Fitzy, who had COVID or was out with COVID. I can't recall at this moment, but who else do they have? I mean, in the backfield, Kenyon Drake has not been up to what everyone thought he was, a first-round fantasy draft pick and who he was. I think the Rams D with Aaron Donald, Ramsey, Fuller, they're going to come, they're going to bring in. Listen, they're going to shut down DeAndre, in my opinion, and that leaves Kyler. So Kyler with a little wonky shoulder, obviously didn't play well against the Patriots. I think it's going to come to a factor. And then you have Goff. We don't know sometimes where Goff is or who he is and what he brings, but he still has his Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods. Darrell Henderson, a little bit off kilter, but he's got Cam Akers, Florida State stud that's starting to come back from injuries. I'm liking the Rams -3 plus 100. That's the Bet Guys battle for this week, and that's the Bet Guys lock for this week. Tune in. If you're not picking with the Bet Guys, who are you picking?
Let's go. Subscribe. Do it all.